Hey guys, and welcome back to another Valorant video. In this one, I want to talk a little bit more about changes coming to episode 3. Now, I was on the edge of not actually making this video because I really wanted the patch notes, and usually we get them and we're able to inspect them, but this time Riot said no, and yeah, we're left basically just inspecting in-game what's changed with a little bit of news from Riot themselves, so just stay with me. The entire title is truthful and it's kind of crazy. Episode 3 is taking Valorant as a game and flipping it on its head. On its head, sorry. And I mean, straight from Riot themselves, one of them literally said, we're making players completely relearn a lot of the fundamental mechanics of Valorant and asking them to make harder choices and much more important decisions. So like Valorant's just as a game becoming more sweaty. Like straight up, this episode 3's update is absolutely massive. Now, quick shout out to Mike, Valorant Leaks, because I'm going to use some of his visuals here to quickly go over some agent changes that we know so far. Again, I wanted to wait for patch notes, but I guess I'll just make a separate video when they roll out and reiterate on stuff. Apparently, that's what I have to do. But yeah, so first thing is Cypher. He's probably the only agent that got a buff. His ult is from 7 to 6 points. Then we have Astra. Her price is decreased from 200 to 150. But with that, the starting stars is decreased from 2 to 1, so kind of similar. Basically just an offset. This is to lower the impact on round 1. We have Raze, the boombot increase from 200 to 400, so literally just straight up double the money. And then we have her Showstopper, which her alt points increased from 7 to 8. We have Phoenix, his curveball is from 200 to 250, and we have Viper, her snake bite is from 100 to 200. Just straight doubling some abilities here. Reyna is from 200 to 250 with her Leer, and then we have some other changes like Breach. His price increase on Aftershock is from 100 to 200, but it like pulses 3 times now when you shoot it. We also have Flashpoint, which is a price increase from 200 to 250, and then Flashpoint charges from 3 back down to the original 2. We have Sage Changes with her Slow Orb price increase from 100 to 200, and alt points from 7 to 8. I am absolutely dying that they touched Sage again and nerfed her even more. That's pretty funny. We have Silva Changes. His Owl Drone went from 300 to 400. I really don't know how worth that is anymore, but it is what it is. We have his Shock Bolt price increase from 100 to 150, and his Hunter's Fury, his alt points from 7 to 8. So a huge hit on our boy Sova. We have Brimstone, his price increase from 200 to 250, and Yoro Changes, his Blind Side price increase from 200 to 250, and something that is not listed here is that his teleporter also has a larger cooldown now, I think from 40 to 47 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Sky has some changes as well. Her Trail Blazer is price increase from 200 to 250, Guiding Light from 100 to 150, Guiding Light charges from 3 to 2, but the flashes can regenerate after 40 seconds. Our boy Omen got slapped in the face with his Shrouded Step price increase from 100 to 150. Paranoia price increase from decrease from 400 to 300. So the only flash in the game that got a decrease, just so you guys know. And his Dark Cover Smoke, you get 1 free smoke now, and the second smoke actually costs 100. So that 100 credits just got moved. But these smokes do regenerate after 40 seconds, or at least I believe one of them regenerate. And I was actually in a game with Flex Ninja himself, and he really hated the changes to Omen, like a lot. He said it's super counterintuitive, so yeah, I'll take his word for it and say it's pretty much ass. We have some Jet changes, which are super aggressive as someone who plays Jet a lot. Her Cloudburst going from 100 to 200 was very harsh. Her Updraft going from 100 to 150, and her Bladestorm going from 6 to 7. Most people are happy with these changes. It felt a little bit too much. Maybe Cloudburst 150 would have been better, but I don't want to talk about too much balance. Maybe leaving the Updraft 100, but just doubling Cloudburst and making the Bladestorm 7 would have been a little better, but you know, Riot, they'll keep playing with tweaks as time goes on. Those are all the changes we know to agents right now, but it's not even about each individual change, right? Like, it's not like they just nerfed Raze, right? It's not like her boom bots just double and her alt point is 8, GG, raise is horrible. That's not exactly what's going on here. The problem is that the economy system was radically shook across the board, right? We have weapons that are cheaper now, but abilities that cost way more, which is to lean into gunplay. And it's not like the Vandal or Phantom are cheaper, so don't get me wrong. It's not that the idea of that you'll have a Vandal quicker but then less abilities. No, that's not the point. You get the Vandal around the same time economically, but we'll have to sacrifice abilities on the way. Like, full buying abilities is no longer a given. It's more than once, as we were playtesting, we found ourselves not buying abilities just so we can have a gun and a chance to kill the enemies. Or if we needed coordinated play with our abilities because we knew the enemy had an op, for example, we went Specter Heavy Shield and then full bought our abilities and basically fought enemies with Vandals and Phantoms, hopefully winning that round and just picking up their guns. Staying alive is a lot more important. If you're gonna die a ton, it doesn't matter. Like, trading, you have to weigh the benefits of a trade now. If you're already ahead economically, it's probably better not to trade yourself for an enemy, but have a little bit more coordinated and safe play in order to kill them without dying, because staying alive is so damn important. Because even if we won 3 rounds in a row, but I died 2 out of 3 of the rounds, I would be broke and my team would have to buy me. Team play, coordination, and everything to do with what we would call, quote, sweaty gameplay is increased in Valorant, and you're going to have to focus on gunplay more. Now, a lot of people wanted the focus on gunplay, and I can't say I am unhappy. Kind of the opposite. I think it's a good change, but it is a radical one that will take more skill, more focus, and a lot of adaptability. And Riot kind of prefaced that themselves, because the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the other part of the title, which is that running and gunning, walking and gunning, is dying, which is great. I don't know how aggressive these changes are. No numbers, no patch notes, but Riot themselves confirm this. This is not us just being like, is running and gunning different? Like, we're not speculating this. Riot themselves basically said that running and gunning is going to have a massive decrease in the accuracy, as well as a different system that they're calling the tag system. Actually, wait, let me pull up I can't show you guys it, but let me pull it up 1 second. Basically, they have a name for it, calling it tag into accuracy, and it's basically when you're running and gunning and then you get hit with a bullet, which slows down your speed, and when you slow down your speed, you become naturally more accurate. So that's why when someone swings you really fast and then you hit them maybe once and then they headshot you, it's because they're running gunning, having peeker's advantage, and then you slow them down by actually tagging them, and that allows their bullets to be more accurate, so when they're aiming at your head, they end up one-tapping you, which I didn't exactly think of before, but this is how Riot is explaining it, and they're nerfing that phenomenon. All right, they're going to adjust that phenomenon, so if someone swing peeks you wide and keeps running and you tag them, maybe their first couple bullets won't be entirely accurate, still giving you the advantage and them the disadvantage for peeking blindly like that. You know what I mean? So there is going to be a lot of changes to Valorant, so that plus the economic changes plus everything on top of which plus the new agent means, yeah, I mean, good luck. You're literally learning a new game. Like, Valorant is absolutely turning 180 upside down. There's no way to go around that fact. These are huge changes. Prepare for using more weapons that aren't just Vandals, Phantoms. Prepare to see more ops. Operators are coming back stronger than ever. A huge op meta because, one, Jet nerf is the only thing that's pushing against the operator, but that's not a big deal when you have abilities costing way more, meaning blinds and flashes are way more valuable, meaning less will be thrown around blindly, meaning less angles will be smoked off, meaning operators will have better angles. And then the op is, of course, cheaper from 5,000 to 4,700. If you guys didn't see that video where I covered all the economic changes when it comes to the guns, please do so. They all went through and they are all 100% accurate. So yeah, GG, well played. It is absolutely insane. There's also some other changes that we don't know, like apparently Sky's flash activation is changed, and apparently it's for the better. Not sure. No patch notes, no accurate conversation between you and I. I have to wait, and hopefully when the patch notes drops, you'll see another video similar to this going over the exact details perfectly. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the content. Let me know what you think about episode 3 so far in the comments down below. And are you excited to relearn Valorant? Do you want to focus on gunplay, or do you want your precious abilities to stay stronger than ever? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.